Chinese civilization, refined over 5,000 years, is one of the world's oldest civilizations and the only one that has survived without extinction. For the majority of its history, China has been at the forefront of the world. Despite experiencing invasions and even periods of foreign rule, its language and culture have never vanished. Instead, they have assimilated foreign cultures, resulting in a more diverse and open cultural heritage. Even in the past century, when China missed out on the Industrial Revolution and went through periods of aggression and internal conflicts, it faced poverty. However, relying on its remarkable ideas and cultural heritage ingrained in its genes, China rapidly adjusted and rose within the past 20 years, becoming one of the most powerful countries in the world. Chinese culture and wisdom undoubtedly embody vastness, grandeur, and a sense of mystery and wonder. It is like a great melting pot, constantly assimilating foreign ideas, discarding the false and retain the true, and evolving itself. Over the course of these 5,000 long years, numerous military strategists, politicians, thinkers, and philosophers have emerged, leaving behind countless cultural treasures. Today, let us together delve into the mysterious wisdom of the East through surviving fables, allegories, and historical allusions. Studying ancient Eastern wisdom helps unlock the door to thinking, broaden horizons, and add another dimension to problem solving. It allows us to apply different wisdoms in handling various relationships and situations in reality. By combining the wisdom of the East and the West, one can excel in strategic planning and surpass others. Jingwei Filling the Sea is a Chinese idiom that originates from the book Shanhai Jing during the Warring States period. Long ago, there was a sun god named Yendi who had a beloved daughter named Noah. One day, Noah took a small boat to the East Sea for a leisurely trip. Unfortunately, a stormy wind arose on the sea, and huge waves capsized her boat. Noah tragically drowned in the sea and never returned. Although Yendi missed his daughter dearly, he couldn't use his light and heat to bring her back to life, leaving him to grieve alone. Noah refused to accept her death, and her spirit transformed into a small bird named Jing Wei. Jing Wei had a flowery head, a white beak, and red feet, and was somewhat similar in size to a crow. She lived on the Faju mountain in the north. She resented the heartless sea for taking away her young life. Therefore, she frequently flew to the Shishan mountain, picking up small pebbles or twigs, and soaring high to the East Sea. There, she flew back and forth above the surging waves, attempting to fill the sea by dropping the stones and twigs. The vast sea surged and roared, revealing its shiny teeth. It mockingly taunted, "Little bird, give up! Even if you work for 1,000,000 years, you won't be able to fill the sea." Jingwei replied defiantly from the heights, "Even if I labor for 10,000,000 years, 100,000,000 years, or until the end of the universe and the world, I will fill you up." "Why do you hate me so deeply?" asked the sea. "Because you took away my youthful life, and in the future, more innocent young lives will be heartlessly taken by you." "Silly bird, then go on with your work." "Ha ha!" laughed the sea. Jingwei sorrowfully cried out from the heights, "I will persist! I will keep going endlessly. Oh, hateful sea, one day I will turn you into flat land." She continued flying, screeching, leaving the sea, and returning to Shishan. She brought stones and twigs from Shishan and dropped them into the sea. She kept flying back and forth without rest. Even today, people can still witness her relentless efforts. In later generations, this story turned into an idiom, symbolizing strong determination and fearlessness in the face of difficulties. It is a myth that praises the virtues of good intentions and unyielding spirit in ancient times. The central theme of the story, Jingwei Filling the Sea, is actually quite complex. It can be seen as depicting a person with a narrow mind, relentlessly pursuing revenge at all costs. On the other hand, it can also be interpreted as a tribute to the concept of knowing it's impossible but doing it anyway, and the virtue of persistence. This story is actually paired with the previously mentioned tale of Gong Removes the Mountains, and can be considered its sister story. Together, these two stories shape the ideological concept that Chinese people learn from a young age. With enough perseverance, mountains can be moved, and seas can be filled. Do not underestimate the Chinese spirit. With such determination, China has accomplished the desertification control of over 200,000 square kilometers in the western regions in the past decade, significantly increasing vegetation coverage and reducing sandstorms. What was once a lifeless desert has now become thriving oases, all thanks to the unwavering perseverance of the Chinese people. This miraculous transformation is unimaginable in the eyes of other countries around the world. Sometimes, even when knowing that victory is impossible, they still exert 100% effort. Such dedication is truly moving. It is this sense of inspiration that provides unwavering support and empowers the Chinese people to bravely face and overcome challenges. Unlike many in the West whose persistence is rooted in faith, some might lose their conviction under extreme circumstances, leading them to abandon their principles. However, for the Chinese, while they may not have religious beliefs, they grow up knowing these stories, which serve as role models. These stories not only inspire but also guide their actions and principles. Therefore, the power of role models sometimes surpasses that of faith. An ultimate example of this spirit is evident in the story of the Ice Sculpture Company. During the historical, forgotten war in Korea, Chinese soldiers, in an attempt to ambush without being detected by the American forces, endured harsh blizzards while dressed in thin clothing. Remarkably, they remained motionless, with no deserters and no one starting a fire. Instead, they quietly waited in ambush. Even after the battle's conclusion, when the Americans discovered them, all the Chinese soldiers had frozen solid like ice. Yet, astonishingly, the entire company remained ready for combat, earning admiration from all who heard of their feat. This kind of spirit may appear foolish in the eyes of many today, much like Gong in the story, Gong Removes the Mountains. However, isn't this very foolishness often a necessary ingredient for creating miracles? Don't miss out on this potentially life-changing opportunity. If you want to gain more insightful wisdom, go ahead and tap that like button, subscribe to our channel, and help us keep producing high-quality content. And don't forget to click the bell icon below the video, so you'll be the first to receive our latest updates, and never miss a chance to enhance yourself.